All right, sweet. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, we get the communion chat. Right off the bat. Marshy communion. Martian stew moment? It's always a Martian stew moment. Literally every time. What up, Pug? What it does, what it doesn't. Can we call you MartianBuu now? I guess if you want. Buu is probably... I always liked Buu. I wouldn't really call it a favorite baby Pokemon. My favorite is obviously Bonsly. Bonsly is the top tier baby Pokemon. But yeah, I remember we used to, like, didn't it search for a trainer or something? Buu, like the really old one. It used to get run as like a tech card. Like back in the olden days. This is it, right? Search your deck for a trainer card, show it to your opponent, and put it in your hand. Yeah, I could do that for no energy. People would run that in some things. You're MartianBuuing right now, I believe you. What up, Guapo? Chumbo Druid, indeed. Hearth main deck, Buu Gaming as usual. Yep, absolutely. What up, Marshy? What up, Bodyguard Vinegar? Let's go. What up, Schmoops? I recently found out that Vinegar, the forgettable minion from the filler Garlic Jr. saga of Dragon Ball Z, was a good card in old Scorzy, if you can believe it. This will let us choose what our next top deck is. That's actually kind of helpful. All right, yeah, we'll brew next. Brew next seems good. Brew next seems good, chat. Are we doing milled Hooktusk Rogue today? No. Should I? I want to personally thank you for introducing me to the pure joy called Suck Even Decay, and curse you for making me relapse to Hearthstone. I got you, friend. I got you. Why don't you get wrecked? Hey, Martian, saw you played against Regis in Standard. Were you watching Regis? Did I win? I hope I won. I saw it on a YouTube comment, and they were on day 18. The only reason I asked. Oh yeah. I'm like super not excited to play that deck, but I guess if they keep going for a while, I will. Oh, this one is the worst one, I think. Maybe the rogue one, but like whenever I get this one, I'm like, okay, so I do this, and I do this. We can't even discount them all the way, you know, like it's like half a parasitic package that requires you to run all of it. How long is a while? I start feeling bad once they approach 30. Not feeling bad, but feeling like, all right, you gotta do it. You're big on this deck right now? That's what's up. How am I ranked so high? Oh yeah, I don't usually show my rank anymore. I'm ranked so high because I had a lot of beer and played Exodia Paladin a bunch of times and got a much earlier legend than usual. This heart thing is so stupid, chat. I don't know, I can't get over it. Why does it have to suck so much? Okay. Oh, should I play this? 11. It's never lethal, right? Yeah. Hey, Lamp. I actually put in Malagos when I still had I still had Ultimate Infestations in the list. I think it's still fine, right? Like, it just drew us so many cards. It's better when our hand is empty, right? Like, I was thinking it would be a really good top deck. Time is of the essence. Hand is too full to guarantee that this will get me what I want. Just when the opponent thought he was safe from leaving Paladin, boom, here we go again. Real. Move to Twitch also? You were playing the Protoss Rogue? No Tyrantus, he needs loving too, it's true. It's true. Gotta play Tyrantus. Unless I, you know, don't play Tyrantus. In which case I won't. Well, if we get just the right stuff, right? So I'll do this, and then we only have one whiff. And it's good, right? Oh, we lose. Oh, I should have put it here. I'm so stupid. But no. Chat. We're fine. Chat, we're fine. Okay. We figured it out. We figured it out, chat. We're good. My long slumber is a slumber. When you win, you don't lose. Too true. Too true. You guys are too true over there. On turn 2, I will play this for hopefully Breath of Dreams or Invigorate. Unless I draw that, in which case I think I'll still do it, right? Seems good. You're as true as you are. I believe you. I miss you, Hearth. That's all going in the garbage anyway, so hope you're happy. Hey, perfect. Wow, this is ideal, right? Because now we can, next turn, we'll use this to pick what card goes on the top of our deck, and then we'll play this. Neat. Wow. Disgusting. Our next top deck will be the best in the game. Nutty. Nutty. Now we're going into 15 mana, and they can have 4. It'll be perfect. It's gonna be a pretty good top deck. It's true. It's true. Let the funnies commence. Indeed. They can't immolate nothing. It's true, they can't immolate anything. Well, now they can, right? The beauty of nature is an immolation. Draw faster. Oh, am I stupid? I might be stupid, chat. I might be stupid. We don't worry about that, though. We don't worry about being stupid, alright? Someone has to be dumb, might as well be me. Just thinning the deck? Yeah, we're just thinning the deck. Not gonna lie, maybe I should have drawn another spell, now that you say that. I don't want to actually draw them, except Shelter Cell, but yeah. One less card to be immolated, true. How beefy your hand is. It's made of certified beef or something, I don't know. I don't think our board is empty enough for this. I think I'm just gonna do stuff. Witness the heart of the Mungus. Oh wait, can I take it back? No. Sometimes they'll let you take it back. It's mostly on, I think, choose ones. But yeah, what I could have done is I could have played maybe this. This after I traded that and then refreshed the mana. That's what I should have done. No use refreshing the mana now. In fact, anything I do with that makes me sad, so I guess I'll just go face and pass. Isn't that right, Silent Storm? Isn't that right? How dare you? How dare you do that to my precious board? Haha, this lives! All planned. All planned, chat. Now we can play carrier. So, is it ever lethal with this? I have to like get some stuff out of my hand. How many spots do I need? 4? I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's lethal if I play a Sarah already? I don't have the space, right? I don't think I have the space. Also, I just kind of messed it up. Because like last time I tried to do it with only 3 spots, it like suffering from success, chat. This is a disaster. It's one of the best disasters of all time. But anyways, yeah, last time I tried to do it with only 3 spots, it gave me Laughing Sister when I was expecting Ysera Awakens. Poor opponent just trying to play Murlocs. They are just trying to play Murlocs, it's true. It is true.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Oh, that's so funny. The name of the Jango Fett's Starship Lego set is Jango Fett's Starship. Ah, that's funny. They don't want to say the name. They don't want to say the name, chat. I guess I don't blame them. This is just lethal, right? Or at least it was. They already didn't use Slave 1 before. It's like Slaver 1, isn't it? Something like that. What color would I want my lightsaber to be? Red. Insta-Sith. Darth Martian. No hesitation. Insta. Wait, Martian is evil? Always has been. Always has been. I'm tight with the dark side. You've seen the type of decks I play. I play decks that have cards that can win games in them. All right. I've been told many times that I've joined the dark side. All right. You guys can't be surprised now. I play something vaguely meta. Oh, Martians join the dark side. Teal for you. I like. For me, all lightsabers should be blue, green, red, or purple. That's my hottest of Martian takes. I respect wanting whatever lightsaber color you want, but for me, like anything outside of that is heresy. Marshy's been a dirty winner for years. Real. What's wrong with yellow or white? They weren't seen in the George Lucas Star Wars films. I actually like. I would scoff at purple, but I actually just like the Mace Windu is an unusual Jedi, so I like him having an unusual lightsaber, I guess. Like I don't want there to be lots of purple, but I like specifically Mace Windu having a purple one. You didn't expect such a simple answer? There used to be lore surrounding. So back in my day, there used to be the Jedi had access to the planet that had the crystals on it. The crystals, largely, largely made up of green and blue. That's why the Jedi had green and blue lightsabers. That's what they had access to. The Sith, they couldn't go to that planet. They had to synthesize the crystals, all right? They had to synthesize them and to make their own. When you synthesize the crystal, it comes out red. And that's why all the Sith had red, all right? Now you whippersnappers, all right? Whippersnappers, your lightsaber crystals are mood rings, all right? It tells you what you feel like right now, and then that's the color of the lightsaber forever. That's stupid. Back in my day, candy was a penny, all right? We would buy comic books, all right? You know the thing. Could you get the code? No, it's my secret code. It's just for me. But you can have it. Don't tell anybody though. Alright, Gramps, let's get you to bed, yeah. Where's the candy lightsaber? Yeah, exactly. Jar Jar Binks, main MartianBuu strikes again, exactly. Scary Marshy. Fire Festival 2 has officially been postponed. Unlucky. I don't know what that is, but what's your favorite movie from the original 6? Empire. Empire is my favorite movie, period. You know what movie contests Empire for my favorite movie of all time? Not just Star Wars, but the number 2 is dangerously close to overtaking it. All right. Marshy's second favorite movie of all time. I've told you before. Who knows it? Anyone remember? It's Moana. I love Moana. Moana is an awesome movie. Moana 2 was okay, but it didn't really capture the spirit of what I liked about Moana. Do we want Horde? We want an Alliance, right? That has Tony and Varian in it. Moana is a banger. Moana is the nuts. Yeah, it's true. What can you say except you're welcome? I know, right? Love that movie. It's a great movie. It's the only movie in the last like 10 years that I've gone to, like, that I've seen multiple times, like in short succession. Renee and I just kind of watch it every couple of months. I don't know. Moana's awesome. Great movie. The grandma turning into a manta ray scene like still makes me tear up. Shiny, yeah. Tamatoa is cool. That's Dune for you. You saw each twice in theaters. Weird. I liked it okay. You should watch the documentaries about Fire Festival. Oh, was that was the scam festival? I've heard about that. I just forgot what it was called. They were gonna have a second one. Who would go to Fire Festival after the first one? That's hilarious. You don't like going to theaters because you don't want to get shot? Has that been happening a lot? Plus they're expensive. Yeah. Like we watched at home, and like Moana isn't playing in theaters anymore. I've actually never seen the original Moana in theaters. I wish I had. It was awesome. Well, chat, is it time for the armies of Stormwind? These are terrible. Straight to the field. All right, we got the Brew Mother. We got the Brew Mother, chat. Those were some of the options we've ever had. And we'll say that much. Ooh, we have other variant for later. For later, chat. Nice, I guess. Do I want this? I guess I do. All right, chat. It's not as common as it was, but I don't like that the chance isn't 0 in America. Yeah, for sure. I remember, like, it was dangerous when The Dark Knight came out, that's for sure. I remember there being, like, problems with people being stupid when The Dark Knight Rises came out. Dead to Ilgi? Should I be worried about Ilgi? Did you see my log? I want your opinion on the Star Wars thingy. Speaking of Star Wars, how funny would that theory of Jar Jar being a Sith Lord behind everything be? I heard that theory a jillion years ago, and it's been too long since I've thought about it, so grain of salt on this, but I remember thinking that I kind of wished that that was true and that George Lucas had followed up on it, because it would have made Phantom Menace less stupid if Jar Jar Binks was actually a Sith Lord acting like an idiot on purpose to distract from the fact that he was a Sith Lord. My quest, my revenge. It ends someday. What do they hope to do with 2 Asterix mana against my army of DN? Oh, I guess they do have cheap things, don't they? I think it was probably true, but later scrapped. Right, like, if Jar Jar Binks was actually some kind of Sith Lord, I don't know that it was probably true. I don't think it was probably true. I think that there's a chance it was true. But, like, I think it makes some things less stupid. Is there even a rusher left? There isn't. I didn't think about anything before I did that. Did I have a better way to get around that? Do I need to get around it? No, all of my most interesting stuff is actually gone. That's funny. Chat, I'm actually kind of running out of gas. I have Hearth Brew still in there. Carrier would be all right.
What dreams may come.
What dreams may come. You think we died? I don't think we're dead, are we? Because, like, they don't have their weapon anymore. Like, they had to use their weapon to live. Kind of funny how much damage they do still have, though. Has to hit this. Aw, we had a game if it hit that. What was my plan? Actually, oh, okay, so what I would have wanted to do is maybe, but how, like, I wish they would have hadn't grayed out my hand, but like, like, if we could Deathwing the Destroyer, we always get around that, but yeah. I love Phantom Menace despite its flaws. Sometimes a movie just be like that. You know, we recently saw it for its like 30th anniversary or something like that in theaters. It was like, oh, it's the whatever anniversary. Is it 25th? It's probably 25th. I think it was 10 when it came out because it was 2001. Yeah, it must have been the 25th anniversary. But yeah, so I maybe it was 1999 or 2000. I think it was 1999, right? I don't remember. Anyways, a couple years ago, which would have put it like 25 years if it was 1999, right? Yeah. They were showing Phantom Menace in theaters near me, and so we went and saw it just for the fun of it. And I remember like walking out of the theater like that was really bad, but I had a really good time watching it. You know, like it like I don't know. I do like the Phantom Menace. I think the Phantom Menace is fun to watch. It kind of has that like, you know how a really old movie you can look past its flaws because it's old, right? I feel like it grew into that role, right? Like it it was a bad movie when it came out, but now it's a bad movie and it's an old movie. So like, unless you were there at the time, how would you know that it wasn't just old? We didn't know how good we had it with George. That's the other thing is like, even though the prequels kind of sucked, they still had that like Star Wars feel to them. Like the execution was bad, but they still felt like Star Wars movies. So yeah. It's like the most subjective thing I would ever say, you know, like, but like, it's hard to kind of back that up. The sequels were cash grabs trying to like grip onto their best understanding of what your nostalgia is to get you to enjoy something. But like the prequels, they had an intention and they just didn't deliver super well, but they still had that like feel. I don't know. All right, so I'm ready for the Rarin Demon Hunter rhetoric. So it's kind of like Stormwind plus Demon Hunter combined. He's pretty adamant that the introduction of Demon Hunter fundamentally changed Hearthstone for the worst, because it raised the power level so much that the game was never the same. Plus, Demon Hunter is also a bad class since it can kind of do everything. Also, Stormwind also killed Hearthstone, plus nothing really redeemable besides tradable. Plus, it also raised the power level of the game more and made all the games feel the same.
The menagerie is for guests only.
I mean, I don't agree that, I certainly don't agree that Demon Hunter is the issue with the raised power level. I think the raised power level is the issue with raised power level. And I don't like, you know, Galakron Shaman, like, happened right before Demon Hunter came out, right? So like, we can't really say that like the introduction of, you know, the initial Ashes Demon Hunter really raised the bar of power. Like, you know, Galakron was ridiculous. Galakron Shaman on release was like, you know, most broken deck ever. And I know people like to say Demon Hunter, even though that was deleted day one, so we don't have any data on it. But anyways, whether even if Demon Hunter was more of a power outlier than Galakron Shaman, which we literally do not know because it did not exist long enough for us to know, even if, all right, Galakron Shaman did happen first, so it's like, it's not really Demon Hunter's fault. The power level was already rising prior to that. But I'd say like the feel change of Hearthstone started in Witchwood for me. Like, it didn't really come to fruition until probably Stormwind. Like just the vibe change of Hearthstone. Like I feel like it started in Witchwood and it came to its climax in Stormwind, as far as its a feel difference. I'm not thinking about the game anymore at all, right? I'm thinking about answering this question, by the way, chat. So if you didn't like something I just did, get wrecked. Anyways, I don't like. I think the problem with Stormwind is that it was so against the precedent of Hearthstone. Like it's a very like different style of gameplay than regular Hearthstone was. So like different does not necessarily mean worse, but it is starkly different. So if you liked old Hearthstone, Stormwind Defenders kind of downplay the fact that it was different. It was very different, right? And part of the reason with that is people who are fans of pre-Stormwind Hearthstone try to claim that Stormwind wasn't skill intensive when it was, you know. So like everyone's rhetoric around Stormwind in both directions, in my opinion, is stupid. So like I did like it's a really weird set to talk about because everyone on every side of the Stormwind rhetoric is very biased, I think. So if Hearthstone had launched with quest lines, I think people would still be fans of it. They wouldn't have the expectations that they have, like that pre-Stormwind set, right? Not pre-Stormwind, but like the classic through Gadget Sand set a certain type of expectation for your gameplay, and Stormwind is very different from that. But if Hearthstone had launched with Stormwind, I think that people would still like it. You know, like if every set had some quests in it from the beginning of Hearthstone to now, I think people wouldn't have hated Stormwind in the way that they do, because they'd be used to it. It's just very different. So that's how I feel about it. Do I think Hearthstone is worse for, like, I don't know. Stormwind is when all of the like COVID, the people who started playing started streaming Wild Hearthstone during COVID, that's when they all quit, right? Like not all of them, obviously. I'm still here, but the like there was a giant group of us that started streaming during COVID, and Stormwind was when most of them dropped. Like that's when they all stopped playing. It was a very controversial set, but I think that's like the counter argument to that is you look at the data that we have, and the average turn length in Stormwind is only 1 or 2 turns faster than the average, like whatever, you know, like it's not actually that significant of an outlier when you look at average game length. But what people don't like about Stormwind isn't that the average game length is lower. What they don't like about it is they don't feel like they can extend the, you know, sorry, let me like take a bit of a turn here. I don't know.
This must be the way.
I would have liked to play that before. Should I just keep choosing this over and over and over? How obnoxious.
This must be the way.
This is a disaster. Here, I'll take that, I guess. Sure. Alright, now I'm gonna overdrop. Perfect. So even though games do not usually go to turn 15 and end in a fatigue, like end in fatigue and like an attrition battle, even though most of the time throughout the history of Hearthstone the average game does not, it has never been like that is common. That's never been common. It's just something that the game has a long history of allowing to happen sometimes. And Stormwind did pressure the game to be over at a certain point. So even though the game length, average game length, was still about the same, only a little bit faster, it no longer had the like ability for it no longer gave the average game the ability, like the chance to go there. Like a player couldn't feel like they could play to that out anymore because games were ending at a certain point. And that is different. So I don't know. Guess I want to get rid of all of these whelps if I can. I never got the hate against Stormwind. The only issue I had with it was the never-ending standard matchup against Warrior. Yeah, I mean, like, there's plenty to like about Stormwind. That's why, like, I always think people are so stupid when they talk about people being degenerates or people being dumb for playing a deck. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think that type of view is so obviously like people are dumb because they want to play a game a certain way. Like, it's the game. A lot of people, like, I just hate the way they talk about Hearthstone, I guess. Well, really wish I could just play that. I want this to be dead. That's my issue I'm running in right now. I want that to be dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. Too many cards in my hand. What if I played this? Now I can actually play some things, right? Like, it's a little stupid, right? I admit it. I admit it. It's a little stupid. But, like, now I actually have enough room in my hand to play a card. Oh, I actually got rid of the buddy. I'm just used to hearing Stormwind bad. I never heard it from that angle before. Yeah, and like, I don't know. People do not like to actually think about that. I feel like people are very polarized. I kind of love the Dr. Boom competitive mirrors, not gonna lie, just talking from a watching point. The best meta is when I win, agree. I used to think like that, it's a hard mindset to get out of. I still kind of struggle with it. The best way to conceptualize it is hate the game, not the player, I guess. Yeah. It's tough for people. Am I dead, by the way? It's at 6? I might be alive. Probably not. And I'm dead.